Welcome once again to our channel. Thank you for coming. It's the 23rd of March 2017, and boy do we have news for you. While the rest of the media seems to be lacking news, there is an enormous amount of news out there. News that we can pray for and maybe change. The retail stores are collapsing nationwide. Not the little stores, not the little guys, but the big one. The big ones. When we grew up, you and I grew up, there were certain stores that set the standards. Penny's, Sears, Macy's. And here in Seattle, it's been Nordstrom's. But they've all gone cattywampus crazy. And they've all made some really stupid decisions. And because of that, their sales are down. All across America, not only the frou-frou stores, the little boutiques, they're closing as well. Here in Seattle, we have a store called Nordstrom's. But Nordstrom's, we went there. We go there a lot. They have a great restaurant, but their sales have plummeted. You can stand upstairs in Nordstrom's and see on a Tuesday afternoon maybe one customer in the entire upstairs floor. Huge store. One customer, maybe 6 employees. That, folks, is not a sustainable model. And it has nothing to do with their swipe at the president. Their December sales were totally flat. All of the people there in the store said their sales were flat. I know they reported that their sales were up. They lied. Their sales are not up. In fact, they were flat in November and December, which means the uptake for Christmas never happened. So they're in deep trouble. And it had nothing to do with the cheap shot against Ivanka. But the only thing the cheap shot against the president's wife, she doesn't dress well. The only thing the cheap shot did was make us go and shop at Macy's. JCPenney's is in a death spiral. We had no idea that JCPenney hired Ronald B. Johnson, and they hired Helen DeGeneres as their spokeswoman for Penny's, and they went all gay. And their sales have plummeted ever since. In 2012, they hired Helen DeGeneres. Stock prices fell over 50%, and now they're closing 138 stores. Sears, a major retailer. Everybody grew up with Sears as the great department store. You go there, you could buy a shotgun when I was a child. You could buy stereos. You could buy hammers and nails and tools, and many of the Sears carries wood. Well, they kind of went away from all that. Now all they do is carry clothes. We went to Sears about 3 weeks ago, and nobody in the hardware store knew the difference between a wood screw and a metal screw. They're done. You go to Kmart, which is owned by Sears. They have wood screws. They have metal screws. Nobody knows the difference. The expertise in Sears is gone. And because of that, so are their sales. They made some really dumb decisions. Payless, they're filing for bankruptcy. Payless is filing for bankruptcy. Macy's, the store we chose to go to, is closing 68 stores, and it has closed 68 stores and another 32 stores plus within a few months. They're all going bankrupt. Walk in there on a Tuesday afternoon, there's nobody there. But it's not just the department stores. We think, okay, so retail's taking it hard. It's not just the department stores. Sprint. NASDAQ for Sprint. Earnings before taxes. Minus $3 billion, minus $2 billion, minus $4 billion, minus $1.854 billion. Earnings before taxes. Income tax. Net income down. 4.7, 1.8, 3.3, 1.9. Their net income is plummeting. And yet they're still paying out dividends. Go figure. Caesars Entertainment. You know the casinos? Caesars bankruptcy brawl with creditors, maybe near final. They've been in bankruptcy hearings for 2 years. So what does this mean to you and I? What does the collapse of this economy mean to you and I? It means huge layoffs. It means wage decreases for what we are currently doing as the unemployment labor market grows exponentially. It would be good to work for a government contractor, except I think what we're going to see even with companies like Boeing are layoffs. You go to work for Boeing well, we've been here for 17 years in this house, and I think Boeing's had 3 major layoffs. And then, of course, they rehire. That's how they keep their labor costs down. They hire you with great benefits, and then they clean house, and then rehire other people at lower wages. That's how major corporations in America survive today.